Immortality assured itself by death. My God, this is such a tremendous statement again. Immortality assured itself by death. Now, this is both metaphysical, of course, spiritual occult is there. I'm not talking of spiritual in a general manner. It is both metaphysical and autobiographical. Immortality assured by itself by death. Whose death? Shivan who has to go back. Then only the immortality is assured in the autobiographical sense, in the spiritual sense. He has to withdraw. Then only immortality is assured. How, etc., that is a separate matter. But the necessity is that of death. In the thread of Savitri's argument, without taking into account the autobiographical aspect, it is death who really assures immortality, the metaphysical language. The occult way is how death helps you to become immortal. That is what is contained in this one. Death is the helper. Death is there with a purpose, with a function to lead you to immortality. Death is the helper. He is a promoter of immortality. At the moment, by changing form, you repeatedly come, take new birth, new birth, new birth, new birth, till you become deathless. Now, the real important thing is, do you want the deathless state or you want immortality? Immortality does not mean deathless. Deathless does not mean immortality. Deathless means that if you want, you can die for a certain purpose, for a certain future progress, growth, expansion, possibilities to open out. You can draw back and come again. So you are about death by becoming deathless. You want to, you are not constrained by life and death, you are constrained by your spiritual necessity. For a certain change, you want to change the form, okay, you cannot die purposefully so that you go into the other one. You are not succumbing to the law of the normal death as we experience now in mortality. It is not that. Immortality means it is a sort of a frozen state, fixed state. Gods are immortal. Beings who have reached the world of immortality, they are there permanent. But then they are there stuck, so to say. If you want to make further progress, to participate in the entire process of divine manifestation, what is required is deathlessness, not immortality of that kind. You follow the difference? Am I able to explain it properly? So it is, you can say that deathlessness is assured by death. The Eternal's face was seen through drifts of time. His knowledge he disguised as ignorance. Well, now she's coming back to usual story. He is good, he served in Eve's monstrous bed, made error a door by which truth could enter in. So that is the way you want to become stupid, then only you can become wise. It becomes a door for wisdom to enter in, your stupidity. His plant of bliss was watered, his plant of bliss watered with sorrows and tears. What a line, see. So actually, it is death which is promoting immortality. It is death which is Rather, it is ignorance which is promoting knowledge. It is evil which is promoting good. It is error which is promoting truth. It is sorrow which is promoting bliss. So in a way it is a kind of elaboration of the whole thing. Death promoting immortality. Same way ignorance, evil, error, sorrow promoting their counterparts. 1,000 aspects point back to the one. So all these things are to the Supreme. A dual nature covered the unique. In this meeting of the eternals, mingling masks, this tangled dance of passionate contraries, truth and error, bliss and sorrow, knowledge and ignorance, that is a passionate contrary, locking like lovers in a forbidden embrace. So bliss and sorrow are lovers locked in an embrace, forbidden embrace. The quarrel of the lost identity in this wrestle and wrangle of the extremes of power. Earth's million roads struggle towards deity. So the whole thing is struggling towards deity. That is how she has devised the whole scheme, the transcendent wisdom. All stumbled on behind a stumbling guide. Yet every stumble is a needed pace on unknown routes to an unknowable goal. These are needed. All stumbled on behind a stumbling guide. No, he is a stumbling guide, therefore. He has become death, and therefore he has become stumbling guide to lead to immortality. He has become sorrow, a stumbling guide to lead you to bliss. Yet every stumble is a needed pace on unknown routes to an unknowable goal. All blundered and straggled towards the one divine. As if transmuted by Titan's spell, the eternal powers assumed a dubious face. So this is a deviousness. Bliss has become sorrow, etc., etc. This is a kind of a dubious face. Assume a dubious face. Adults of an oblique divinity. So see, they are all the oblique divinity. They wore the heads of animal or troll, assumed ears of the fawn, the satyrs who or harbored the demoniac in their gaze. So all these, she's giving examples, troll, small little mischievous people. This fawn, F-A-W-N, actually it is F-A-U-N. It has to be F-A-U-N, not F-A-W-N.
Fawn is a small deer.
Small is small deer.
Baby deer.
Just right, baby deer. Yeah. But fawn, F-A-U-N, is a mythological creature.
Yes.
F-A-U-N is a mythological creature with horns and goat-like creature, you see. Satyr, hooves, like a goat, man with goat's feet. Or harbored the demoniac in the gaze. So these are animal or troll or fawn or satyr or demon. They are oblique divinity. A crooked maze they made of thinking mind. They suffered a metamorphosis to the heart, admitting beckoned revelers from the night into sanctuary of delights, as in a Dionysian masquerade. So this is a masquerade. So the drama of the 17th, 18th century, the nobles used to play, put mask and all that, and there will be revelry, jollity, happiness, whatever it is. You see. So this is kind of a drama of that kind, you see, masquerade. It is a bacchant, the wine god, Dionysian, revelry. metamorphosis. So you see, Bacchant, Dionysian, they are Greek mythological gods of revelry, of joy, of life, free life, and all that thing. Whereas masquerade belongs to the late 16th, 17th, 18th century, where the noble, the aristocrats used to wear different kind of masks, and then dervishes used to do that kind of thing also, no? So you leap over centuries from Bacchant to masquerade, you see. On the highways, in the gardens of the world, the wallowed oblivious of their divine pearl. The wallowed oblivious of the divine pearl. So we are only talking of satyrs and trolls and those creatures. We are oblivious of our divine powers, you see, actually, because we have put on that mask. We are playing in that masquerade as drunkards of a dark Circean wine, or a child who sprawls and spouts in nature's mire. Yeah, he plays in a mud and that kind of a thing, you see. Even wisdom, here the rose of God, is a partner in the deep disastrous game. Yeah, she has done all that thing, even wisdom. Of course, this is a small wisdom, not transcendent wisdom. Still, it participates in that. Is a partner in the deep disastrous game, lost in the pilgrim's wallet and script. She fails to read the map and watch the star. My God, you see, Shebandur brings all kind of references. You have got Greek, you have got dervishes, you have got masquerades and all that thing. Now this is a reference to Pilgrim's Progress, John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. When Christian, who is moving to the city of God, he has to go and read the city of God, door and all that thing. So he has got a map, he has got everything else, but the wallet in which he is keeping, that is lost on the way. Pilgrim's wallet and the script. So the whole bearings are lost. So in those days, there were no navigational instructions to drive a car. You see, now you can navigate the car on the roads wherever you like. You see, you say and you will get the directions. Now you are here, now here, now here. You see, but somehow the internet is cut, and then you have lost the wallet and the script. You don't know how to drive. You see. So, if you want to give a modern analogy, it would be that, you see, navigation of the car. A poor self-righteous virtue is her stock, her, that wisdom. And reason's pragmatic group on abstract side, or the technique of a brief hour's success. She teaches an usher in utility school. So her function is pragmatism. This is required, you do this, etc., etc. Utility school. On the ocean surface of vast consciousness, small thoughts and souls are fished up into a net. But the great truths escape her narrow cast. So you want to do fishing, what do you get? Something small, little here and there. Small thoughts and souls are fished up into a net, but the great truths escape her narrow cast. Guarded from vision by creation's depths, obscure, they swim in blind and armless gull. Obscure they, the great truths. From vision by creation's depths, obscure, they swim in blind and armless gull. Safe from the little sounding leads of mind, too far for the puny diver's shallow plunge. So the real truth is missed by us. So she is really giving a very big lesson.